Right, good morning again, welcome back to the channel. Right, we're off on a little mini adventure today, not going to the cafe. We're going to meet up and with a couple of lads, and we're going to Shobden Airfield, which is in Herefordshire. I'll tell you a little bit more about it once we get down the road, but we've got to meet up first at the Wyre Forest Visitor Centre, so I'll see you in a minute. Yes, well, welcome back, thanks for joining me. We've just passed through Bewdley, home of the West Midland Safari Park, a little town that's I've just shown you before in the past. Just come up the bypass, and we're climbing up the hill now, going to the Wyre Forest Visitor Centre, which is a very apt place to meet. Well, we're actually meeting at the pub opposite the Wyre Forest Visitor Centre. Perfect place to meet on the Wyre Forest Biker channel, isn't it, really? I don't think I've shown you the visitor centre in the past. It's just up here on the right hand side, and we'll see who's here. Malcolm is coming today, and hopefully Steve as well. And we're off to Leominster, or Leominster, depending on how you pronounce that. There we go. That's the Wyre Forest Visitor Centre there, from where my channel gets its name. And right here, hopefully, is the pub. I'm a bit early, I'm probably the first here. So we'll round ourselves up and we'll wait for the lads to come. Right then, so we are off. It's just me and Malk today. Steve apparently was busy. We reckon he's taken gardening up. So it's turned out a really nice day today. There is rain coming in, apparently this afternoon, but we're at, what time is it now? 10:05 in the morning, so we've got plenty of time to enjoy the weather. Basically, you've got to enjoy it while you can, because we have got a rainy period coming in by all accounts. And this junction here, which goes down to Far Forest, quite well known for accidents. So there we go, on to Leominster and on to Shobden Airfield. Now, a little bit about the airfield, all I know so far. I think it was started mid-Second World War. It was opened up, and it was used during the war for training pilots, among other things. And I think it trained around about 1400 pilots were trained there. And it was also used to take in injured soldiers and get them moved off to hospitals in the area. So it's got quite a history, military history originally, and then it was taken over. It was abandoned actually after the war, unused, or largely unused anyway, and then an aero club took it over, and it's been used ever since as an airfield. Lovely bit of road, this one. Always used to like driving down this one. Proper twisties. Yes, I've been aware of many people who watch my videos are actually from other countries and probably unaware of where we are. We're moving into Herefordshire from Worcestershire, which is where the Wyre Forest is, and we're going into Herefordshire. A few years back, powers that be decided in their wisdom to join the two counties together, and they became known as Hereford and Worcestershire, much to the chagrin and anger of much of the population of both of the counties that have got their own rich history. But glad to say that nonsense is all over now, and we're back as two separate counties. This is Clouds Top up here, bit of a peak. Yeah, and Herefordshire, of course, well known for its cattle. If you're from the US, I'm sure you've heard of Herefordshire cattle. Well, this is the county from which they originate. What else is Herefordshire known for? Not sure about that. I'm struggling after Herefordshire cattle. I'm struggling. But yeah, a very rural county in the Midlands of England, as you can see there in the distant view there. That's basically what much of the county, like Worcestershire, is like. So I don't know what we're going to see when we get to the airfield. Lots of planes, I suppose. But yeah, the countryside out here really is beautiful. Now, Mark said he's going to behave and stick to the speed limits. He's already broken that promise, but hey, yeah, because he's trying to slow down, of course, as we know. That's why he's buying a 500. Look at that view there, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, it's got there's a lot of agriculture traditionally in these parts, very rich and fertile ground. Okay, a few more miles has passed, and we're on the same road here. Cracking road, it's constantly winding like this, and really enjoyable to ride along. Undulating as well, it's like a roller coaster. Quite a favourite road as well with bikers, as you'd imagine. Spend most of your time on this road leant over, not upright, as you can see from Mel's bike. And there we go, Worcester that way, and Leominster to the right. And that is the Talbot Inn at Newnham Bridge. Beautiful, beautiful place. Right, we're just coming in towards Tenbury Wells now, which is a place I actually filmed. Oh, nice! Filmed on another video. My daughter is actually in charge of the hospital over this way, amongst a number of other hospitals. Well, the sun's gone in. It's got a bit chillier. The minute the sun goes in, you can really feel the drop in temperature. But I can report that summer must be here, because my visor is getting covered in flies. A surefire sign of summer coming. A lovely old black and white building there next to a factory unit. Yes, talking about black and white buildings actually, the traditional black and white. I was born and bred in a little black and white cottage, little tiny thing, 2 up, 2 down, really small. We had a bit of land, about an acre of land, but I actually did do a video going down there. But it interested me because I didn't realise when I was a kid that the black and white was actually a thing added by the Victorians. The cottage would not have been black and white when it was first built. And when I lived there, I never realised that at the time. So all these black and white cottages that you see, as beautiful as they are, have actually sort of been defaced by a previous generation, if you want to see it in that way. I don't know if you can see on the handbar there, but I've actually got the remote control for the camera, which I never usually use. Couldn't get it to work actually when I first had the camera, and I just didn't bother with it, but I was messing around, got it out of the box, switched it on, and it seemed to suddenly start working. Could have been user error in the first place, I think. Me being incredibly dumb. Very likely. But it seems to be working now, so it does help because you can preserve your battery on a longer run and not take lots of footage that you're never going to use. Right, we're into a 50 here, so milk will be slowing down to 70. Only kidding. No, I'm much more comfortable riding at a reasonably quick-ish pace. Not crazy like some people do, but quick-ish. But unfortunately, with all the speed limitations now, it's hard to even do anything other than potter everywhere you go. And there's a place for pottering, but pottering absolutely everywhere can get a bit tiresome. Right, we're into Shropshire. On another subject, I was following a bike yesterday. Unfortunately, I didn't have my camera on, but it was actually turned out to be a chap I know well. Didn't realise at the time, but he had his indicator on the entire length of the Bridgenorth Road near enough, going to the cafe, and it got me thinking actually, why is it that all bikes don't come automatically now, by law actually, with self-cancelling indicators? And if these safety campaigners want to do something truly useful for bikes, then surely that would be a good one to have. And surely technically it's more than feasible now that even cheap bikes such as on the CL should come with self-cancelling indicators as standard. And we've got ABS. Surely another one would be self-cancelling indicators. It's about time they were standard. Well, then we've got a mini Jodrell bank there. Somebody really likes Sky TV, don't they? Yeah, just going back to the indicator thing, it always amused me. I mean, I knew maybe the technology just wasn't there to produce a reliable self-cancelling indicator at one point. I get that. No excuse now. But in the past, why wasn't it just standard procedure to put an idiot light, your indicator warning light, in a very high position on the dashboard. In fact, the tallest part right in front of your eyes, so you couldn't possibly not see it. Never understood that, why that wasn't taken up as a sort of a standard thing with all manufacturers. I mean, that alone would have solved the problem, wouldn't it? Never really understood that, because often the indicator light is hidden away in the dashboard somewhere, and it's easy just not to notice it. But who am I? But I'd have thought that would have been a common sense answer to that problem. Makes you wonder sometimes whether the designers of motorcycles, as in other things, actually use the products themselves and realise some of the issues with them. God, this road here is not too good. I bet Malk's feeling that on the Kawasaki. Well, it's certainly turning a bit chillier. Good job I got my new coat on, which I will do a little video on the coat actually, because I got it at a bit of a bargain price, as I said on the last one. And I tell you what, it is so warm. It is fabulous. I did think the leather that I usually wear was quite warm, but in comparison to this, it clearly isn't. There's some lovely little villages along the way. There's some very quaint houses. And of course, in general terms, geographically, we are heading closer and closer to Wales, going out this way. So you might notice some of the place names starting to get a bit Welsh. Like Prestine, we've just gone through. And lots of sheep, and more sheep. Oh, got a fire going there. He's testing out his chimney, isn't he? Yes, I'm starting to feel my fingers a little bit here. My fault, because I have yet to get round to fitting the heated grips. I think Malk might have put his heated grips on, I reckon. There's a common sight now at the moment, the yellow rapeseed oil fields are springing up everywhere. Right then, here's Mortimers Cross. And as you can see, we are very near to the airport. There's the first signs for it. They put it Shobden, and hopefully we get a nice cup of tea. Well, I know we will, because there is a cafe there. So no matter where we go as motorcyclists, there has to be a cafe, doesn't there? It has to be functioning tea making facilities. I don't know why we don't all save ourselves a lot of money actually and carry a flask around with us. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Or am I just being tight? I'll tell you what, I'm going to mention that to Malcolm. I'm sure he'll absolutely love that idea. £3 for a hot chocolate now at the cafe. I mean, the problem is the hot chocolate's so Moorish you can't resist it. For £3 a time. I did mention it to Aid, who runs the place. I said, you've got to do something about this. You're bankrupt to me, Aid. And he just smiled, as he would. Yeah, here we go, Shobden. This is the actual village of Shobden. Oh, look at that set of houses there on the left-hand side. That's beautiful. Very nice. And the airport is down this away. Home of Herefordshire Aero Club. Tiger helicopters. All sorts. That friendly gentleman there. So this is the entrance to Shobden Airport, folks, if you ever fancy visiting here. And here we go. It looks actually like we're going to jump straight onto the main runway. Just actually give that impression as you turn up. Yeah, I think it was definitely a runway at one point. Ah, so what have you got there? Yeah, Mark's excited by that plane. Ooh, that is lovely. We'll go and have a look at that in a minute. And there's another old plane over there too. I must admit, I'm not great on planes. I don't know. I mean, I know a Spitfire and a Lancaster bomber, but beyond that. Right then, so we park up, and I'll see you in a minute. Right then, so here we are, and we're going to just drop into the caf. Yeah, it's here's the airfield, as if I need to tell you that. And this I'm going to find now is the caf, which apparently is excellent. So we will find out. Malk's in there already. He's in there. He's going to get himself a tea before he has to offer me one. That's what it is. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so this is the caf, which is the, what does it say here? Meg's at the Hotspur Caf. Right. So I won't film inside there unless I'm given permission. And we'll go and see what it's like. So there we go, a nice little cafe. And there we go, quite a lot of action going on. A few bikes turned up as well. And we have a helicopter just coming in over there. So yeah, nice cup of coffee. A latte, I can tell you, is £2.60, so not too bad at all. Right. So there, what we believe is a Hurricane. And this is the hangar. Let's see what we have in here. Yeah, it's a few quid's worth there, isn't there? Right, off we go. Quite a popular place for bikers actually, this, it does seem. As a lot of airfields tend to be, I find. And that's just turned up. Rather him than me, I'll be honest. It looks terrifying. So we're off to Tenbury Wells now. On the way back we're going to get Malk a latte. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is Shobden Airfield. Nice place to visit, especially on a nice sunny day. So yeah, on the road back to Tenbury now. Really great roads these. It's like a mini racetrack. Except at sensible speeds. And as you can see, the weather's took a turn for the better. The sun's out again. Absolutely lovely. And some of the views are marvellous. And just as I say that, a load of lorries, and we're stuck behind a red Fiesta. Never mind. Well, Mark's decided to take us on a different route on the way back. Beautiful road this, very smooth. And some fantastic scenery as well. There's a huge park out there, as you can see, spreading into the distance on a lake. Absolutely gorgeous. And what a pleasure to be riding along this road. Fantastic. There's the sheep. Some absolutely marvellous scenery. Oh, the lambs are there. Spring has sprung. And this road is billiard table smooth, a very rare thing these days. I can smell the smells of the countryside. Not flowers and tree blossom. The other one. I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm going to pop back up onto the slightly smaller roads now. Through Kimbolton. Good job Malk knows where he's going. Once you could plonk Malk absolutely anywhere in the country and he'd know exactly where it was and where he's going. But I tell you once again, it's the aroma that you're missing, and trust me, it's a good job you are, because it's not the best. Right, let's see if we can get past this. Malk's gone for it. Nice one. Yeah, that trailer was definitely carrying something odorful. I just went past Lee Farm Glamping there. A glamping site. Glamorous camping. contradiction in terms if ever I heard one. Apologies if you're a glamper. But fantastic views. And what could be better? What could be better? Ladies, gentlemen and children then on a summer's day like this, bowling along beautiful lanes on a motorcycle. Absolutely marvellous. And as I always say, the little CL500 doing me proud. It's not the most powerful bike in the world, but it's always enough, it seems. So once again, if you're maybe an American viewer or a viewer from somewhere outside the UK, this sort of scenery might be a bit unusual or interesting to you. Hope you're enjoying it. So I certainly am. But there's literally mile after mile after mile of this sort of road in the UK. It's everywhere you go, once you're out of the big cities. And it's such a shame that many visitors to the UK never actually experience it. They just stay inside the cities. Right, we've got a horse here, so we slow right down. Make sure we don't give it a fright. I know we've got a lot of rain in this country, but the rain produces all this greenery, so it's swings and roundabouts, isn't it? On a day like today, it just seems all is perfect with the world. Oh, Malk's obviously thirsty. He's dying to get to where we're going. He's gone. And here we are, back into the fine county of Worcestershire. Yes, that was Herefordshire before, by the way. So back into Worcestershire now, my home county. So that's the third county that we've visited on this little trip. Worcestershire, Herefordshire and Shropshire we've been in. All within a space of about an hour's riding, I would imagine. Maybe an hour and a half. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful little church there. Look at that. St Michael's. So there we go, we're just dropping into Tenbury Wells now. Have you enjoyed that little trip out? And I will see you in the next one. I don't know where we'll be going then. We're going to go for a coffee now, the second coffee of the day. And hope you've enjoyed that little journey through the three counties. And from me, take care, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.